Hi Cancer, welcome to your April 2019 love reading for single people. I'm Raina. Oh, I was going to say to you, I was pulling the cards just from the pack from my hand, because sometimes I just felt like doing that. Sometimes I have the deck down there and I just felt like doing that, and two cards flew out. So that's why I'm picking it like that. But it's kind of interesting. Getting a lot of major arcana cards here. Okay. So the two cards that talk about the kind of the key focus, heart of the matter, we have the Star card and the Nine of Cups. Well, these two cards are very positive, that's for sure. And so I'll take them one by one. The Star card, it is connected to Aquarius, by the way, but the Star card is a card of hope restored in life. Now, this is for single people. So typically, even if you're single, you have a history in love. And some of that history may be relationships. I mean, if you're single, it means that even if you've had relationships, they haven't worked out thus far, unless you're a widow or widower. But when relationships go bad, sometimes that takes a piece out of somebody, and it makes it less easy for them to trust and open up to a new person. So something come in your life is making you feel like you're healing. So that suggests to me that maybe you have had some kind of past situation that was challenging, that you did have to heal from. And then we have the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. So in a love relationship, this could be finding somebody that you fall in love with. Maybe you fall in love with them very easily, instantaneously. The wish fulfillment card can be having your needs met, having your dreams come true. But it's an emotional card, so it's going to be on the emotional level. Maybe this is meeting somebody who is a water sign person who you really vibe with. Or just on your end of things, that you feel emotionally fulfilled with somebody. Now, obviously, if you're single, this would be somebody that you've met. Now, isn't an Aquarius? It would be like hard for me to believe that you would feel this way towards an Aquarius person. But I did mention in a prior reading about Cancer and Aquarius, and I said, is there really anybody out there who's ever been with an Aquarius, a Cancer person? And someone said, oh yeah, that was a relationship they had. So stranger things have happened. But just that sense of like, yeah, this is working out for me. It's going my way. I feel like, I'm getting what I want. And the emotion, what does that feel like? Well, it feels that, think about other times when you have had something that you've really, really wanted, which is what the Star card is. It's like you want this so much and then you get it. So these two cards, one major arcana, one minor arcana, are very positive cards, Cancer. So I hope your wishes do come true when it comes to a love relationship that you can have. In the past position, we have the Seven of Cups. This is a card of confusion, wishful thinking. It's funny because I wish I could say wishful thinking and it meant something negative, because I really like the idea of wishful thinking. It's almost like visualization. You're like visualizing what you're having your wishes come true. But wishful thinking tends to mean something negative, which is that somebody is kind of deluded in what it is that they want, and they're kind of like trying to make something happen, and it's a dead end. With the Seven of Cups too, it could be, I'm thinking of like even like a Pisces person. So maybe this individual is a Pisces, which is a fellow water sign, and unless it was just like you were dating a lot of people and maybe you had to kiss a lot of frogs before you got this person, that's a possibility. And even allowed yourself, maybe you've made bad choices in the past, but now you found the one. The higher message is the Strength card, and this is kind of like letting you know why now. Like, why is this happening for you now? Because you have the ability to appreciate it. And this is because you have done your own work. What I mean by that is the Strength card, a lot of people, you know, it's self-explanatory. You're strong, you can weather the storm, blah, blah, blah. But really, it's more of an internal thing where it has to do with your self-esteem. And it's almost like being rewarded for being able to go through everything and come out the other end. And I would say, especially in traumatic situations, like let's say you lost a spouse, and even if you were a younger person and you hung in there and you allowed yourself to grieve, but you never gave up hope, and now you have hit the jackpot, so to speak. And it's like you're being rewarded for having that faith that the Star card represents, because the Star card is about having faith in the unseen. It's easy to believe in something that is guaranteed, that's, you know, in a contract or something. But love and God are things that are not tangible, and you have to kind of suspend the intellect and the need to have guarantees, to love and to have that connection to source energy. You know, you have to, and it does take a lot of guts, and that's what strength is to me, courage. It takes courage to believe in things when that are not seen, when the things that are seen may be utter crap, you know? I mean, sometimes to believe that there's something better out there, let's put it that way. What crosses you is represented by the Devil card, and this could be, you know, this is a card of materialism and lust, the things, the pleasures of the flesh. But I would say it's, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with pleasure, but the temptations to get you out of a higher vibe, like the Star card represents. Now, this card really connects to Capricorn, the sign of Capricorn, which is your opposite sign. I would say, rather than picking on a Capricorn person individually, unless you do have an ex that could come back and start stuff with you, is that you know, the South Node is in Capricorn, in your opposite sign, which is the opposite house. The seventh house is Capricorn for you. And there's all kinds of stuff in there. Maybe that they're talking about all of this. Saturn is in that seventh house. And Saturn, Satan, you know, Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. But Pluto is there. And the other thing that is there is the South Node, the transiting South Node. So basically the transiting South Node in that house of relationship, for Cancer, I think that you have to watch out for codependency. The North Node is transiting your sign, and it's that first house of the self. So this is really a time for you to shine the next year plus. And don't fall back on the old worn out patterns of being overly dependent on relationships, because that is something that comes naturally to you, and there's nothing wrong with it. But since I believe we're here for the purpose of expansion, it's too easy to fall back into outworn patterns when you need to be forging new trails and learning new things and gaining new knowledge in this journey of life. And that could cause you to get involved with people that maybe even controlling people who make you feel safe, but it's kind of like a superficial thing. Getting involved with people just because they have a lot of money. This is at the materialistic angle. Or because you're physically attracted to them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being physically attracted to somebody, but when the relationship is based on over sensuality, and let's put it that way. What is coming in is represented by the moon card. The moon is your ruler, of course, but this could be a timing card. One thing I want to say, though, is that with the Seven of Cups being Neptune and this card relating to Pisces, this could really point to somebody who is a Pisces. The other thing, too, is that we are having a full moon in... actually, it's a lunar eclipse that's happening in your 7th house in July 16th to be exact. So look to that time as really releasing any kind of pain from past relationships that were serious, that may still have some kind of reverberations right now, even if you're single, and even if you have a person that you're madly in love with, which could be happening for sure in April. It could be happening. I mean, those two cards are so positive, the Star and the Nine of Cups, but there may be a residue of a past relationship that you still have legal dealings with. The 7th house can be legal activity, a divorce that is pending, or maybe some other type of like child custody or something where you're going to come in contact with this ex. And when that's over with, then you'll feel like you're fully emancipated from that person or something along those lines. The Moon card is also just about things coming out, secrets coming out. And, it's interesting. I almost picked an additional card. Maybe I will. But the outcome is the Page of Swords. And this could be like you. I call this the spy card. But you might be your suspicions might be aroused about something. And so you have to investigate to make sure that you're not being played. Because, again, the Seven of Cups in the past position, maybe you have a history of being naive in love and also being deceived in love. And having somebody who does that. Well, with the Star and the Nine of Cups, you may feel like your dreams are coming true because this person may present themselves as the perfect person. And then as you get to know them, things start coming out. So let's pick an additional card and see if it's more of a card of the affirmative or what. Oh, it's funny. That's how I got this card for the last... For what sign was it? Libra? Interesting. And this is Four of Pentacles. So, this is a card, well, it might be saying hold on tight for dear life to your money. You don't want a grifter trying to take you from your money. So let me get one more card. Oh. Oh no, I can just see all the thumbs down right now. Well, let me put it this way. Let me try to give you a positive spin because I'm not going to keep picking cards here. You know, before I know it, I'm going to get the Tower card. Let's look at these outcome cards. The Page of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak. But you know what? This may be a prior heartbreak that you experienced. Maybe with the Seven of Cups in the past position. So basically, the Moon card could be a catalyst where it is revealing things, or it could be just reminding you, if you're dealing with somebody and it seems too good to be true, keep in mind that it might just be too good to be true, because people who are authentic people do not try to present themselves as just completely your knight in shining armor. They're going to, you know, everyone has days where they are not on, where they're just like kind of crabby. They're just, you know, just a little bit irritable and stuff like that. And sometimes people, because they are con artists, they are even, you know, malignant narcissists, they can just come on, love bomb you, tell you everything you want to hear, that they totally have you pegged and they know what it is that you're looking for, and then they be that thing. And the Moon card is only saying, make sure that you're, you know, keeping your feet on the ground and you're not being deceived. And also that you're not lying to yourself. It's one thing to be deceived by somebody else, but plenty of people do it to themselves with their inability to see the red flags that are waving in front of them. So the Page of Swords could simply be saying, you need to do your homework, and that means make sure that you're vigilant. This is a card of vigilance, that you're really, you know, don't get carried away. The Nine of Cups can make somebody just get carried away. And they pay attention to small details. If somebody tells you things and they seem like, and then they tell you something else the next day and you say, oh, I thought you said that, blah, blah, blah. And you start to see that this person keeps telling you things that contradict other pieces of information that they presented you. That could be perfect proof that this person lies and they can't keep track of their lies because they lie so often. So the Four of Pentacles is simply saying, you know, be very careful, you know, especially if somebody is trying to do this in order to get their hands on your money. If you're somebody who earns a nice living, and if they don't, if they are looking for somebody to take care of them. And this could even be if you're a woman and you're dealing with a man. It doesn't have to be the other way around of the proverbial gold digger who is a woman. This could be a man who is a gold digger. They do exist. Don't be a sugar mama to a gold digger. And then the Three of Swords is simply saying, you know, guard your heart. Don't get your heart broken because you allowed yourself to lie to yourself and that you're not seeing it. Now, doesn't mean that this is going to happen, but it's worthwhile to proceed. If you meet somebody and you're just immediately head over heels, still allow yourself the time to get to know the person. Okay, that's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that your dreams do come true in April and every other month of the year too. Take care. Bye.